Hey guys, what's up? It's Soup. Today I'm going to be finally starting something I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and that is a playthrough of Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. This isn't going to be just a normal casual playthrough. This is going to be somewhat of a lore run, meaning I will be making all the choices within the game that JADEN KORR himself made within the expanded universe canon. This isn't just to experience the gameplay of the game, but it's also to see how JADEN KORR progresses the character throughout the mythos, and to see the sort of place he was coming from within the novels like Riptide and Crosscurrent, which are his own standalone novels. Excuse me. He features also a little bit in the New Jedi Order books. He features in The Fate of the Jedi as a much older version of himself. And he's briefly mentioned in between those two series in Legacy of the Force. I think JADEN KORR is a little bit of an underrated character. Obviously as a video game character, and you'll see from this game, he isn't fleshed out too much. But I think the expanded universe did a lot of cool things with the character. And I think this would be a cool way for you guys to see, his origins, essentially. So without any further ado, let's get started. We'll be doing Jedi settings. I think I can change the settings through the game if it gets too easy, so I might switch to Jedi Knight later on. I'm not exactly sure if I can change the difficulty, but we'll just go for normal for now. And this is the canon portrayal, well, expanded universe canon portrayal of Quinn the Boss. Or JADEN KORR, excuse me. This looks fun, so we'll just stick with that. Now, lightsaber. Now, it's said that his lightsaber was his first one at the least, because normally he features a yellow crystal, was purple. And the thing that made JADEN KORR really special even before he became part of the Jedi Academy is he had already built his lightsaber before he had any sort of guidance or any sort of knowledge that there was a Jedi Order in existence. He essentially built it from scrap metal from his father's tool shed. So we'll probably go with the one that's the most ragtag looking. I like this one because it looks like Palpatine's, but obviously we're not going to go with that one. But it says you can choose your combat style. But that isn't something that you can actually change until later on. You can actually change your combative style while you're in the middle of combat, and that adds a lot of variety. This game has a lot of depth to a game that's over 10 years old. I think it's actually, this came out in 2003, so it's almost 14 years old now. It has a lot of depth, and I think over the years there's completely failed to be any game that matches the amount of depth in its combat system as far as lightsaber dueling. It's really fun, and it gets even more in-depth as time goes on, because then you add in a variety of different force powers, all kinds of different combative styles. At one point we'll be given the choice to switch lightsabers, we could change our hilt, we could do dual wielding, we could do saber staff, and they all come with their own unique styles, so it's pretty varied for a game that's this old. I'll be quiet during the cutscenes.
We'll be arriving at the Academy in just a few minutes.
That would be so great! Aren't you excited? We're going to be Jedi! Learning the ways of the Force, building a lightsaber. Of course, you already have one. I'm gonna get one of those stupid training sabers and
I
then...
wouldn't worry about that.
I can't help it. I want to make a good impression.
You seem really nervous.
Aren't you? I mean, well, why would you be? You already have a lightsaber, so you're probably way ahead of me. I'm Rosh, by the way. What's your name?
Jaden.
So where'd you get that lightsaber?
Well, it's kind of a long story. I found myself on...
Hold on!
Ah!
Academy to Yavin Runner 2. Do you copy?
Loud and clear. We made an emergency landing several clicks west of the Academy.
Is everyone all right?
I think so.
Good. We'll send a shuttle to pick you up. Can you lead the students to the nearby Masasi Temple?
Affirmative, Academy. We'll meet you there. Jaden, we can't get to you. Make your way to the temple. The shuttle will meet us there.
Jaden, hey!
All right.
I'm stuck. Can you help?
Hold on, Rosh. I'm on my way.
Jaden, see if you can make your way around there.
I always thought this was really funny that he couldn't get down on his own.
Maybe you can use your lightsaber to cut those trees down and make a bridge.
It's like, dude, you're about to become a Jedi. You gotta kind of get together here.
Thanks, Jaden. Let's get to the temple.
Alright, here comes our first enemies. Whoa! Almost killed me.
Watch out!
Oh! Oops. Let's do that over.
Jaden, see if you can make your way around there.
That's embarrassing.
Maybe you can use your lightsaber to cut those trees down and make a bridge.
He's alright. He's alright.
Thanks, Jaden. Let's get to the temple. Whoa! Howlers!
Try not to kill Rosh this time.
These howlers make good target practice, eh, Jaden?
Now, like I said, the lightsaber system might not look like too much yet, but it gets way more varied and way more complex as the game progresses.
There must be a way to open this.
No problem. Watch out!
No, I know it doesn't seem like much what he just did there, but Rosh Pennon and JADEN KORR are already pretty powerful within the Force. I mean, obviously, they have no formal training, so, you know, that's relative. But the fact that JADEN KORR is able to construct his own lightsaber and, you know, realize some section of his Force potential, as well as Rosh Pennon be able to use Force powers already, that's pretty impressive. Now, I have talked about using JADEN KORR in a Versus video against Shadow Val, and a lot of people are kind of wary when people use video game characters for Versus videos, because it's really easy to overhype them, because playing through a video game, you're going to be going through tons and tons of enemies with like little difficulty, obviously, because it's a video game and they have to design it to be fun. But Rico Chico Malika has come up with a pretty good solution as far as determining like what should be considered as like an accomplishment or a feat for a video game character, and that is,
Hey, maybe you can use your saber to make another bridge.
wow, that is when you're forced to do something in
let's
order
go.
to progress through the game. That is what you should consider canon to the character's achievements. Like all those Howl Runners I just defeated, I didn't have to kill them, I could have just ran straight past them. But any boss battle or any objective of the mission that I have to complete in order to progress, like let's say I had to kill 10 stormtroopers before I advanced, or I had to defeat this boss, that's something I had to do to finish this game. And because the end events of this game are canon, that would mean I've had to achieve those things no matter what, so they should be considered canon to the character. Like, this upcoming encounter will definitely be canon.
Jaden, get down! There's stormtroopers in the clearing. Maybe you should, check it out. You're the one with the lightsaber, after all.
That was pretty cool. And then here's our very first lightsaber encounter.
Let's see what you've got.
What?
Huh? What? Who are you?
Kyle Katarn, at your service. Welcome to a day in the life of a Jedi.
What happened?
We were kind of hoping you could tell us.
I saw a huge flash of light and ran over to find you just lying unconscious.
Do you recall anything?
I saw 3 people. One was holding some sort of scepter and it was glowing. That's all I can remember.
A scepter? That sounds bad.
Are you able to stand?
Yeah, I'm okay.
I sense a disturbance in the Force.
You always sense a disturbance in the Force. But yeah, I sense it too. It could just be residual dark side aura from this temple.
Perhaps. Kyle, why don't you...
Stay here and investigate? I'd love to. Why don't you take the kids back home now?
Be careful, Kyle. Everyone, follow me to the shuttle.
I think that was Luke Skywalker. I can't believe it.
Did you recover Skywalker's records? Yes. With all the Jedi in the jungle, it was almost too easy. Excellent.
I'd like to welcome all our new students to the Jedi Academy. Here we will train you in the ways of the Force. You will learn to defend yourself with a lightsaber. You will also study diplomacy, history, and more. It has been the practice of the Jedi to assign each student to a master. However, since there are still so few of us, we will be assigning multiple students to one master. So, Rautheron, you will be assigned to Master Horn.
I can't wait to begin my training.
Rosh Panin, you will be assigned to Master Katarn. JADEN KORR, you'll also work with Master Katarn. Now, let's begin with your first lessons, and may the Force be with you.
And there was nothing. But the area around the temple felt strange, like its dark side aura was gone.
Troubling. But let's look into this later. Your students are ready to get started.
Master Katarn, it's an honor to be serving under you.
First off, just call me Kyle. Titles make my skin crawl. Secondly, you're not serving under me. I'm going to teach you, and you're going to learn. That's it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you.
Don't worry, Rosh. You didn't. I've been offended by professionals. Now, let's see what you two kids can do. Follow me to the training grounds. This is one of the many training grounds here at the Academy. I'm going to put you two in separate courses. When you're ready, Jaden, go through that door. Rosh, follow me.
Now, it may seem that this is like one of the first... Well, it is. It may seem like that this is the first class of Jedi that Luke has taken in, but that's not the case. This takes place about 3 years after the novel I, Jedi. And consequently with that, 3 years after the defeat of Exar Kun's spirit within Yavin 4. Now, you may be a little bit confused as to why there's a dark side energy, if you aren't familiar with Yavin 4, and that's because this entire planet has been occupied by the Sith during about the Old Republic era, and not Marka Ragnos. Exar Kun's spirit was housed within a temple, and he lived there for several thousands of years until the Jedi of the New Academy finally banished him. So that's why there's a dark side aura here.
This course will familiarize you with your core Force abilities. These are powers that every Force user has. As you progress in your training, you will learn new abilities. Both the light and dark sides will be open to you. Remember, abilities are not inherently good or evil. It's how you use them. Every Jedi is naturally stronger in different areas of the Force, and it will be up to you to decide what to focus on. All right, let's get started. In the next area, you'll find some training remotes. These will help you learn how to handle a lightsaber. Ready?
Ready?
Ready.
Now that was really important what Kyle Katarn just said there. He said light side abilities and dark side abilities aren't inherently good or evil, it's how you use them. And that's been his philosophy since, you know, he became attuned with the Force.
Here come the remotes.
And that is something that he definitely passes on to JADEN KORR. And we'll talk more about the consequences of that later on, because it does become of really significant importance not only within this game, but within his novel appearances.
Done!
Nice work, Rosh.
Oh, come on. There you go.
You did well too, Jaden. Your lightsaber is an invaluable tool. Even when inactive, it can defuse a potentially volatile situation. Trust me on that. As you train, you'll learn additional fighting styles. Changing styles during combat can surprise your opponent, allowing you to gain the upper hand. From here on out, we'll talk via comlink in each area. Let's move on.
Now at the right hand corner you see that that blue kind of ray looking thing. That's my health, that's not my health, that's my ammunition. When we get blasters you'll see that, but that yellow line right there is my lightsaber style symbol. This is the medium style, so it's set at yellow. But there's a heavy style, which is red, which is like your strength-based powered gemstone, and then there's a blue style, which is like your sort of Ataru flourish, as well as your kind of more Juyo, very fast-paced combat style.
Okay, Jaden. You need to use the Force to jump across the ravine.
Are those howlers?
Shouldn't be a problem. If you fall, jump back up to the bridge and try.
Oh jeez. They put me in a training area and they didn't even bother to check to see if there's howlers infested. Of all the years of me playing this, I've never noticed that. You see, we have already gotten a little bit of a force jump going. We'll be able to level all kinds of different force powers as time goes on, and we'll be doing that along the lines of what JADEN KORR would have done himself too. We'll talk more about that later.
You'll have to use push to get out of here and into the next area.
Hey, Jaden, this should keep you busy till I finish the course.
This part was always really strange to me. Like, why would he do that?
What took you so long, Jaden?
Nothing.
You're sure?
It was nothing.
To get to the next area, you must pull the lever somewhere in the room. But you can't reach the lever with your hands. Remember to examine your environment carefully. When you're out on a mission, if you find a locked door, look for the guy in charge. He usually has a key.
Now, obviously the graphics are really bad, but this game really did a great job capturing the atmosphere of Star Wars, and even Yavin 4, you can clearly see it's very Yavin 4. They got the atmosphere perfect.
Solutions to problems aren't always obvious. Use your Force sense to see if you can find a way out of the room.
Oops. Come on now. Oh, that's my force power on the right there. I think your ammo does show up there when you have a a blaster equipped later on. Let me check my key bindings really quick. Let's see. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure what roll was. Or crouch. You crouch really awkward in this game, but the rules look pretty nice.
You're almost done. You'll need to move fast in this next area. You can use the Force to speed up, both physically and mentally, allowing you more time to make decisions.
Yeah. Looks so goofy.
So, did I win?
It wasn't a competition.
I'm sorry,
I'm not the one you should be apologizing to.
It's no big deal. You said yourself this wasn't a competition.
Hey, it was just a joke. I didn't think it would...
If that droid was set to Luke's training regimen, it would have killed Jaden. What were you thinking?
Jaden, I'm so sorry. I can't believe I mean, I wasn't trying to...
Save it, Rosh.
Jaden, you have a right to be angry. But believe me when I say you don't want to feed that emotion.
I understand, Master Katarn. Apology accepted, Rosh.
Good, that's settled. And remember, it's Kyle?
Yes, Kyle.
Sure thing, Kyle.
Okay. You're both ready to start putting what you've learned to use. Let's see how you do in the real world.
Kyle, I did some research on that strange mark from the clothing we found at the temple. It is the symbol of Marka Ragnos, a Sith Lord that died almost 5,000 years ago.
5,000 years? Are you serious? Oh, wait. Of course you're serious.
While you're out training your students, be on the lookout for information regarding a group affiliated with Ragnos.
Sure thing, Luke.
We receive countless requests for assistance from all over the galaxy. Since we believe in learning by doing at the Academy, students of all levels help with these requests. Since you're an initiate, however, Kyle will travel with you on most of your missions in order to instruct you and ensure your safety.